now they got the roaming hero,
Yeah.
and there's no Tinker guaranteed. Maybe they'd kind of want it now that they have roaming potential, but I think Empire is a better setup here to open the draft.
That's kind of smart start, wasn't it, Gods? They knew they kind of banked on the fact they would probably get rid of the Meepo because they're ultra scared of being cheesed, but also they had to get rid of the Magnus. They knew that.
Yeah, I guess there was a chance Earth Spirit gets banned when they ban Monkey King, but then you get Magnus. So it's like, I think Empire set themselves up to guarantee a decent pick. Main downside is the lifesteal still in the pool, I guess, so it's going to almost certainly be an IG lifesteal unless for some reason IG decide they want to really mix it up in game 2 and not just...
You'd imagine they would take it first phase, wouldn't they? They won't want to let it slip through, because if they do, that's a guaranteed second phase ban for Empire.
There's some teams that don't like to run the same like strat 2 games in a row. I don't really consider IG one of them. That's like what EG do. That's what like some like past like teams like DK used to do. It's like you ran a strat that worked one game, don't run it again, because you give your opponents the chance to adjust and adapt. And if you're playing the same style, they're going to maybe have a new idea that can beat it.
That said, of course, the Lena's come out.
Yeah, I much prefer the other approach of putting a Lena mid pickup and leaving your carry for last pick in this game, because Earth Spirit says a certain amount of aggression and control in the laning phase in the early game, and I think, like, I've only seen really 2 styles of IG when it comes to their late game viability. It's either the Tinker, or you're going to have like a Burning Hero that scales really well. So I think that this time around it's much better for IG to pick up like Lena Sanking? Sanking. Okay. I don't know.
It's stun setup. It can be drafts all over the place. Most likely it'll be Lena mid, perhaps. It's a little vulnerable to Earth Spirit, but it also has some good return fire, so I could see it working.
Has IG ever run Lena support?
Yeah,
just out of curiosity.
He played it at least one game.
Yeah, I was thinking about like if Lena Lifestealer would be an opening, simply because you could run that Lena as a support, especially since you have like open wounds.
You'd want to try and keep that until later in the draft, wouldn't you?
I know. I mean,
you want to keep Team Empire guessing whether you're going to run it either way, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the Lena Lifestealer would be an awkward opening because both cores, unless you can run it as a support.
The end result here is pretty flexible, though. You've got Sanking that can be off lane or full position. Baboka can play it, but similarly you can see it on XXS.
That's interesting, because they didn't need to take that if they didn't actually want to take it. Could have banned it.
Maybe there's something they want to ban more often.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be super happy if I'm Team Empire with my opening of Earth Spirit Lifestealer.
Yeah.
It's kind of 2 tier 1 heroes right now.
Yeah.
Not that Lena's bad by any means, but but they have some solutions against the Lifestealer. Sanking can definitely pressure him well in the lane, and then you have to worry about stuff later in the game with instant blink burrow strike setups. So I think that's why IG went for that. Gives them maybe forces Empire to let the Lifestealer through and ban it. Kind of covers their bases basically.
I think you should also ban away Centaur as IG. Be hesitant to give them an additional initiation and extraction tool. One of the big things about Lena is this really low respawn time, near instant, especially with the Bloodstone. And part of the problems is like I think teams will start playing around it a little bit more, and you'll see these fights and they kill the Lena and then it just comes right back. And I think teams are still kind of adjusting to that concept. Yep. But if you can get an easy extraction tool for yourself to be able to play this hit and run sort of strategy when you're going for towers.
I feel like Empire has to ban Ursa here. I feel like Ursa plus Sanking would be super threatening against Empire's lineup, because they don't have great lockdown right now, and their burst damage is a bit weak as well.
It's also like, how much is it a Burning here though? Like, you maybe you just don't ban it because you're like, I've never seen Burning play Ursa, or at least not Ursa well. Like, I don't remember it. So if
what about Weaver? Would you
Yeah.
prefer that ban over
Yeah,
Ursa?
that's a good point. That's one of his top 3 played. I think it's 3rd. So Weaver probably more likely. It's a little dangerous against Earth Spirit to play Weaver, but
yeah, let's
see
the
what.
same.
We've taken out a couple of the initiators, so at least that protects the Weaver a little bit. But if Empire won, they can still go for like the offlane Slaughter, put him back in the actual 3 position role.
What were the offlaners they were running last time when they had these Lena lineups? Because I'm just kind of thinking about how likely it is that the Sanking's actually offlane.
They've been always running Legion Commanders, we saw last game.
Yeah, I was thinking about the LC.
Staple.
Maybe they'll put the 4 position Sand King, and because I like an offlaner that scales better Even though Lina does have some scaling, I think it's better to have a second core that will scale better than the Lina, and LC would fit that.
Again, they like to have these offlanes that can contest lanes. You try and go in LC with an open wound, he just purges it off, runs away. Like, there's not really much you can do against him unless you get a strong zoning support.
So end up banning Nyx Assassin instead. It's a pretty good lead-in towards setting up kills.
Yeah. Wonder if that suggests some kind of, because that to me is not like a hero you ban to protect a lifesteal or Earth Spirit. It makes me think they're going to go like some kind of Ember or, I don't know, Storm or something that the Nyx is good at hunting.
Yeah, I was thinking Storm Spirit. Simultaneously, it could be like about the aggressive vision rotation that IG are really good at doing that, at playing deep in the enemy side of the base. So like certain heroes that fall back on jungle, again, Storm would be a prime example of that, as well as like Alchemist or something like that. And Alchemist is still out there in the pool, which is a dangerous like 4 pickup for both of these teams. More so Team Empire or something.
Yeah, it forces your opponents just to they have to play aggressive. You're versing an Alchemist.
Yeah.
It kind of forces out mistakes often.
And you've got the perfect kind of like 4 lineup to be able to stop that, right? Alchemist, and then you've got Lifestealer, Earth Spirit. And we don't really care what the other 2 are. We know they're going to be able to fight.
A really safe Rubik pick.
Yeah, that's just like, let's reveal nothing. Let's pick a 5 position.
Another stun is great though. That's 3 disables they have. They could chain stun Lifestealer super easy. It's usually one of the best benefits of Lifestealer. Not having to worry about him dying.
It does reveal Lina's almost certainly going mid there. Like 4 position Lina's, like Lina Rubik's support isn't really going to be very likely, so.
Disruptor. Very, very popular with Empire.
Yeah, the CIS classic. And makes me think they may go back for that 3-position Slider now. The Slider Disruptor, good vision set up for the Disruptor. Or at least some hero that can chase and give vision, because I feel like that's where you get maximum value out of this pick.
Yeah, I do feel like it takes away from our idea of like these somewhat slower heroes and like Storm and Alchemist and stuff, because you want to be so aggressive with the Disruptor. But you do need, if you're going to be all aggression, then you do need a really strong building hitter. Not too many of those left for the mid lane. SF is one of them. Invoker's still out there, Sniper.
There's the Burning Weaver.
That is completely expected.
The thing with IG is you can kind of often expect, like, well, they have got a small-ish hero pool, but it's like big enough that you know, like, you ban something, you know what they're going to pick instead. But the thing is, like, you know what they're going to pick, but it's still going to be a good hero. Yeah. You ban TB to protect your Lifestealer, well, they're going to get Weaver now. It's like.
But they slightly covered that with the Disruptor pick, though, so I feel like they already were expecting this a bit.
I think that also the Rubik was in anticipation of the Weaver as well, right? Take that hero away from Team Empire as an option.
Yeah.
Good call, Guts. So I'm pretty set on Invoker.
For Empire?
Yeah.
If him can play that. He plays a lot of Shadow Fiend though. I'd say Shadow Fiend, like thinking of like the team and player, I'd maybe like lean towards them going that option. But
it's quite good though, isn't it? Because I mean, IG will probably be looking at that going, it's probably SF or Invoker, and they can only ban 1.
Yeah, you've got options.
Yeah.
TA could work as well. They ran that last game.
Wow.
TA against Lina is quite nice.
They're going to throw out the Alch.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's still
Never know.
a change, like it changes the game entirely if they get to last pick an Alchemist. At least with SF and Invoker, they know what they're dealing with. I think IG definitely want a scaling offlaner, and I can only really think of Legion right now.
Look at that Legion last game.
I think Legion's looking like the pick here.
Enigma.
Brood ban. Huh.
Enigma could be.
Enigma is
That's gotta
actually
be scrim results right there.
Enigma's definitely a good pick here, but don't know how much IG play it.
Yeah, it's just like whether or not IG or
I think it's
feel comfortable with that hero.
Way better than Legion here, but I think Legion's still good, but I think Enigma's actually like the pick if they played it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think like Enigma is the better pickup, but it's probably LC because it's IG.
I really like LC this game. It's so good against a lot of Empire's heroes. They play it well.
Invoker, there we go.
There is the Invoker.
So actually, just real quick, like what would be the pros and cons, the difference between Invoker and SF? I think like Invoker offers you a little bit better like control and burst damage, and I don't think he's as threatened by like Weaver.
I think the better thing about Invoker here is that if it's SF hitting buildings, then he has to be the one that gets initiated on, and they don't have the best save. Whereas now it's like Invoker could hypothetically catch somebody, but it's better for Empire and the Invoker to sit back and to react to the enemy team fight. Because if he just like chain disables heroes that are supposed to chain disable, like their chain disable is going to kill an SF if they do it perfectly. But an Invoker can hopefully interrupt that with like tornadoes, blasts, stuff like that.
SF to me is more 5-man. Like you 5-man with the SF. Invoker, it's like this 4-1 split. 4 heroes running around. Invoker can split push. He can throw Sunstrikes to help. So he's more like a just solo farming, solo playing hero, which maybe is more FN style this game.
That too, maybe.
Abaddon.
Abaddon at the end, yeah.
I forgot that was a hero.
Just to mix
still.
it up a little bit as well. We had the Abaddon for the offlane. And we'll head back to our offlaners right now who are just off the lane of the main stage. There is Dakota and Jonas. It's all yours.
Thank you, Paul. Here, ready, hyped up to begin our second match of Empire versus IG. Fogged, I gotta say, feel a little bit more comfortable for Empire in this draft. This one seems more suited for what they want to get done.
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much FN Invoker, to be completely honest with you. I'm curious to see how that one's going to play out. I really liked how Parker was very adamant on just knowing what Empire was going to do. It just he seemed to very structurally understand them. They went for the Slardar Lifestealer as well, so they kind of have that combo, but it's an offlane Slardar. So we've been seeing a lot more support Slardars just because it's a lot harder to you contest the offlane as a Slardar. So we'll see how they're able to help him. See what Miposhka's be able to do in this game too. It's going to be really difficult for Empire, though.
You also notice a trend with IG in their first picks a bit. They favor OP's first phase a lot, and in particular against Empire, they favor heavy burst.
Exactly. We were chatting a bit about that in the beginning.
Yeah, and Lena certainly offers some heavy burst here. Let's get into it. IG versus Empire. IG, of course, with a 1-game advantage here. One step away from claiming a top 3 position and moving on into the winner's semis. Empire fought so hard through the group stage to make it here into the upper bracket. Upsets along the way. They want to rightfully earn their spot here.
Who are you liking for this one, huh? I'm kind of liking Empire.
I'm liking Empire a bit too. I definitely like it better than their first phase draft. I'm very curious to see IG's draft a bit. XXS on the Abaddon. We normally see him on big playmaking initiator heroes. Abaddon is not that case, but he offers so many amazing tools for this game. We already know the potency between him and Weaver in the early game. You're able to get off the corrosive haze. You're able to get off the silence from Earth Spirit. A lot of helpful tools there. IG, look at the smoke. They're looking ahead in first blood, but high ground is there for Miposhka. He spots out the rotation and quickly rolls away from trouble.
They're going for some type of... Okay, so it does look like IG's going to go for an aggro tri-lane to pressure the Lifestealer and have the Abaddon put in a 1v1 versus Slardar, which is a great matchup versus Abaddon. I mean, Burning knows Lifestealer in and out, so he's probably the one being all right, guys, I want this Weaver in this game. Maybe even I would like an Abaddon just because of what I'm playing versus, and we're going to pressure the Lifestealer. That's kind of the way the play versus it too. We see what happens when you just leave a Lifestealer alone. He's able to just farm that armlet and he gets online and he's just such a problem. But Empire seems to know this is up. They saw that smoke.
They had a great ward there that they got out nice and early. They saw the rotations from IG going up to the top lane, and now they have prepared for it. And we'll have to see if IG are going to kind of deal with it as it is or try to rotate and continue to pressure out that Lifestealer where possible. Regardless, of course, Burning will be here. It's part of the lane. They'll pull the lane back, and he will have a pretty good time CSing. It's a matter of how much of an impact they want to make onto Empire in the early game, just as we see Miposhka trying to make an impact onto OP in the early game here. Rolling in and trying to get those setups. Obviously, OP and Lena is going to be his easiest chance on getting any sort of early aggressive behavior, so he'll probably be flirting around here a lot.
Yeah, Empire got the lanes that they wanted, so we'll see what they're able to make of it. The Lena versus Invoker. Lena wins very heavily in this one, but with an Earth Spirit rolling around, it does make it a bit different. So FN already leading by a bit.
Yeah, Kaka on that Sand King will, of course, be trying to mirror the rotations of that Earth Spirit where possible, and actually taking his business all the way through here to the bottom lane. Empire already have that nice deep ward there as well to see him kind of coming through. And it looks like one will work with the pull while the other kind of works with the lane here. Just kind of sharing the love.
Miposhka,
yeah, he's deep in that mid lane.
He's pretty deep. It looks like he might be going for a courier kind of snipe, and he might actually be able to time it properly. It's coming at the same time.
As he gets there, it will be there with the wave. He probably waits for it on the way back.
Yeah, he's going to see it maybe picked up. He doesn't have vision of that, though.
Come on, buddy. Can he time it out?
No,
he's not
able to.
It. Okay. Really just kind of sticking with the dark on this one. OP doesn't seem any hesitant about it. So he's not going to make the initial rolling quite yet. Trade of King R here, keeping Baboka in check as they tried to fight for that rune, but here's the roll, and it's a miss. I gotta say, Fog, I've been seeing a lot of miss-rolling boulders this tournament in the early start. I know the Frog a while back lowered the speed of it, but it's not as easy as you'd think to land. And with that, opportunity gone. King R, though, had snagged up an Invis rune here as he stalks down OP and Baboka.
Just, hello.
Showers with them a bit.
Yep.
Gets in their business. And now OP will make the return to the mid lane. Here we go. Another attempt, probably coming in here from Empire to get the jump on the Lina. This is a very bad position for her. King R's just waiting, probably with that Thunder Strike. Kinetic Field in his pocket, good to go. Q stepped in, but that's when Empire show themselves.
Are they going to be able to get the tower, though? He's dead.
They got FN down. Baboka on the other side will also be dropped, but a trade more worthy for IG, it looks like here. And they'll get more as Miposhka is going to be taken down under the tower. It's OP who claims both of them, too.
Miposhka went for the courier. He suicide. I think he just straight up threw his life away for that courier.
So courier +1. IG get 2 kills on OP, taking down FN.
First blood coming out from Empire, though.
First blood. Yeah, it's almost pretty even.
Yeah, it's pretty. Maybe even a little bit for Empire there. It's pretty close.
It's close. All right. Feels more comfortable for Empire to even make these kind of moves at the start as opposed to what we saw in their previous game. As far as winning the CS game, even though he just got taken down, FN still up there at the top. Burning, though, of course, with 21 and 3 CS. Abaddon there, 16 and 1. Still hanging pretty strong.
IG's always happy whenever they're able to make a rotation with, like, Sanking. It's a little awkward being a Sanking because Burrow Strike has such low range, but if you're having that type of positioning and that type of the way that they invaded the poor Invoker is very susceptible to those type of ganks.
All right, XSS, I don't think it'd be zone backed anymore. Certainly not by just the Disruptor. So they'll need more help. Nearby, waiting for the bounty rune. It's going to be stolen.
And he's out.
And
it's level 1 on Earth Spirit, but the Sand King is also level 1. So they're both, I mean, we literally talked about Miposhka and Baboka being like, these guys are very similar.
Yeah.
Similar in level, similar in play style.
Yeah.
These guys just...
It's just like if you need to have a successful team, you need someone to be able to play that. I mean, OG have Jerix, EG have Crit. You need to be able to have those aggressive roaming 4s. And especially in this meta when you have Earth Spirit and Monkey King, even some Bounty Hunter from time to time, you need playmakers, you need people who can make setups. And that's when ogres show up, you feel like this is very lackluster. Top lane, heavy pressure from Burning.
This is the big problem.
All the way back.
The panel mentioned it a bunch, how they IG likes to pick their self-sufficient safe laners. This time, of course, they put it in the aggro tri-lane, but it's a Weaver versus a Slardar. The Slardar is actually able to get little to nothing. Burning
8 to Burning's 30. Oh,
they did start as a tri-lane, so it did pressure Ghostic a bit with that, but man, that is very dominant for Burning.
Yeah, I don't know what they can do. It looks like King R, as his one step, is going to be heading up here now. Spotted, of course, under that ward of IG as it's been set to block out the camp.
We were saying, though, that Empire, you know, they switched the lanes to get what they wanted, but is this really that great? I mean, if they threw their Slardar in the offlane, he might be getting just about the same. So it's
And Slardar's really the vehicle. I mean, yeah, you can use Earth Spirit, but if Earth Spirit's level 1, level 2 at this point, you're not going to have a good, strong vehicle.
Chappie. Rage is on cooldown. He's going to get pressured. He's going to go down here.
He's going for the TP, trying to make it out. Not going to happen. Taken down. Baboka will get the nod on that one. And IG pull ahead now 3-2-1.
Aggressive Rage, I think, came out. He was trying to farm the camp. Didn't expect that they would scout him there. Didn't get to see the actual start of that initiation, but still, it looked like he was just trying to farm the camp with Rage, and yeah, Baboka caught him out.
Yep, Baboka probably waiting in the shadows.
Yep.
Similar to how we've been seeing it for Miposhka on the other side, who's waiting by that Roach Pit, but can't nearly find as easy of openings here as he continues to try to stalk the Lina a bit. And
he's just he's a bounty hunter, pretty much. Not the hero, but he's just hunting for those bounties, man.
Unfortunately, will not get this one. Q was already able to snag it up. He's like, I need a way to get levels, though.
It's funny, like, Earth Spirit's got boots and Orb of Venom because he's just running around taking bounty runes. He killed the courier once, too, so his gold is good, but his experience is definitely very lackluster.
He's waiting until the point, I guess, one core can bail out from one of these side lanes or something, and he can take over. But it's going to be quite a while until we see that team fight Magnetize ready to go here at the rate it's sitting at here. Looks like OP stepped away from the mid lane as Empire, of course, trying to set something up. Top lane, it's IG making their own setup play. Looking to go for the TP out, and it will be good.
Nice play.
It does send Ghostship back. I feel like we just saw him go back to base, and now he has to head back again.
getting heavy pressure on their initiator while Lebanon is free farming.
Here we go.
OP, this could be where he guides here. Oh man, he's in some trouble here. Sunstrike on top. It's off the mark though. OP gets clips back, but he's very healthy.
Ouch!
That's a very big committal from Empire. And getting turned like that onto, that's just the Lina turning that. They didn't even need the TP supports there at all.
Nope.
Some small misspells coming out from Empire, but this is also what's going to happen when your Earth Spirit's level 2. The stun is very low. It stuns for very low duration.
Yep. Not
Disruptor as well.
Yeah, no guaranteed significant lockdown, so you can get that sweet damage coming in from the Sunstrike. If you don't have that firepower, you're not going to get
chased down
done.
here. He's got rage, but they're going to be able to right-click him down and chase him by XXS.
He's trying to hold him there in their place, so rotation's coming.
Oh, nice Sunstrike coming out.
There we go.
Very
Empire
nice play.
Will be able to get a kill going their way. But Boca on the way out, though. King R gets the vision, has glimpse level 2. Doesn't want to go for it. Looks like Burning has actually stepped away from the top lane and rotated all the way over. And King R will pull off just in time.
Underestimating a bit how much, even I did, underestimating how much Feast and Open Wounds actually does work to keep your sustain going, and a beautiful Sunstrike coming out from FN to clean up. That was great bait by Chappie.
One they needed, because it looked like Fast IG were already going to be hitting the morale department of Empire with that gank in the mid lane. Goshik also getting a hard lesson in this game, but Chappie's shown up now, just as XXS has made his return. Now going to be forced to shield up there. Connect. No! He stepped back and it missed the rolling boulder.
4 seconds on ults.
A boulder smash. They'll get him down just before the borrowed time will come out.
That's such a bad feeling. XXS is probably, yep, 1 second on borrowed time. I don't know what to say about that. Good rotation, though, by Empire. They definitely knew that that was still on cooldown from bottom, or estimate almost on cooldown.
Works for him. IG now pressuring mid lane between Q and OP.
IG is very good about doing this, though.
Yep.
This is the one thing that this team always does do, is they're always trying to pressure as much as possible on these tier 1s. Burning pressuring bottom, OP pressuring mid. They know that Invoker, he goes to the jungle, so how do you take advantage of that? You don't want this Earth Spirit just sitting mid lane soaking experience, so pressure towers, push it in as much as possible. Get that small net worth and map advantage.
Yep. And they leave Burning with the bottom lane. After he's done his business in the top lane, that means that now they have Kaka go up to that top lane, and his Sand King, who had been a bit nerfed in the XP, is going to be slowly swollen back up, getting that Epi online, getting that team fight ready to go. It's at level 5 right now.
We're probably going to see Burning TP mid or top any second now. Yep, TP's mid. He's going to go for the tower pressure.
Yeah. He spot out Chappie nearby, but
I love this Burning. I really do love it. In some situations, this time of course he's a Weaver, so it makes it a little bit more natural for him to be moving around. But this is like, look at this. He is everywhere on the map.
This is a Burning meta through and through. It feels like, and. Some people like to say, you know, Burning has always been a solid player, and it's just having a great team around him. But I feel like it's definitely a little bit of both. He's playing top-notch Dota, and we're also seeing his team really be there behind him, and also just do their part.
The pressure, like, that's so obnoxious for an Invoker. He's like, all right, I'm just trying to jungle, get my Midas, and then forced to use Ghost Walk, go all the way back to the base. Now they're going to have people pressure the tier 1 top again. Chappie getting pressure on him. He's got Rage, he's got TP. He should be just fine.
But even then, felt like by the skin of his teeth, he was able to make it away from trouble, just simply farming an easy camp nearby under the eye.
And they're probably happy with that. They're probably like, the kill isn't what we're going for. I mean, Dota is objective-based. Sure, you get the kill, it's great, but the towers are everything. Look at this, another tier 1 being claimed up. We're going to see Burning probably make the rotation toward the mid lane now and take that tier 1 with OP. It's just very standard IG coming out.
Empire felt like they had drafted themselves a very comfortable position, but they just feel now uncomfortable with their comfortable lineup, and I guess that's the IG effect right now.
The Slardar being a bit underfarmed in the early game, the Lifestealer getting pressured as well. The Lifestealer, like Burning was using the last game, he was the one being like, all right, I'm running to lane, hitting the towers. Chappie is not in that position when you're playing versus a Weaver, when you're playing versus an Abaddon. These heroes can just kind of run at you, and you're like, huh, I'm not really too sure what I'm supposed to do here as a Lifestealer.
And his support staff still just needs some loving as well. We have no Static Storm or Magnetize to go yet. Hopefully one of them will be able to pick up a book or something to kind of get to that point. But by the time those spells even come online, you're going to have answers for it ready to go from IG.
Yeah, I mean, you had already touched on it during the draft, how good Shield is in this game for the Abaddon, removing the silences, removing Corrosive Haze, just giving some more survivability through the Disruptor ulti.
Magnetize.
It's just, shielding off Magnetize, exactly. There's just so many different things that this Abaddon is really going to give to the table in the mid-game fights.
Burning here, scooting through. And happy to keep farming up right now. We haven't seen yet. He hasn't put anything into his slot to buy if he's going to go straight defense or not. Attempted roll in there from Miposhka. even if he was able to connect, his grip is, I imagine, level 1, if that, and it's just going to be too small of a silence, too short of a silence for them to really get a follow-up.
Yeah, they'd have to have like the perfect Sunstrike combination on top of the stuns and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, whenever they have Static Storm up, the Tome should be up and be able to be purchased, so they should be getting their level 6s soon. FN, at least he's got a Midas. He's on his way toward his Aghanims as well, so he's still doing relatively well. So is a Lifestealer, not to take away from them.
Yeah. Get the Blink on Slaughter, get the Static Storm, get some Sunstrike kills in for FN. That would be all sweet here. It looks like Burning has spotted out Miposhka. He's going to go for the stun. He's going to go.
Oh, but OP's there.
He's going to go to hell as he gets blasted down from the Dragon Slave, rotating in from OP. Beautifully done there.
Cute.
And they spotted more. There will be a fire back here. They get the crush kill onto the Rubik, but they will eat the Laguna and lose the Precious Slaughter. Now the turnaround play, beautifully done. As Empire will get the Static Storm and the Sunstrike connection to get the OP kill. But wait,
he's
was she
instantly
dead?
alive.
Was she dead? Because I think she's alive again. Yeah.
Static Storm, cooldown 70 seconds. Lina respawn 5 seconds.
Ready to go.
It. That's ridiculous. Well, very ideal timing for OP there to be level 10.
Yeah, right. Flexes and puts that talent to work.
And during all this is another great thing that what comes with the aggression that they're doing with the Rubik, with the Lina, with the Weaver, and the Abaddon just farming, but Boca as well. Blink Dagger sanking 13 minutes. You'd never expect that to see from your 4 sanking.
Happy to allow Rubik to kind of do all the ward work for them. Allows him to kind of pick this up, and now IG looking to keep the objectives going. Those tier 1s were already taken down. What's left on our side is the Roche. Let's move in and get the Aegis. We've seen this story before.
Yep, and their team fight now with that Baboka Blink Dagger, that's like the key to their team fight, because their team fight might be a little lackluster, but with that one, that's where the big boom comes out.
It's been spotted, but
there we go. 2-man stun right away.
He didn't even infest. He didn't even infest into Ghostic ahead of time or anything. He just walks in there in front of the team and gets blasted. IG are like, okay, well now that that's taken care of, let's finish what we were doing, and they get the Aegis.
Chappie just gets comboed, burst down. Instant disable into a Laguna.
I mean, I don't know how you can approach that different. Maybe throw your Earth Spirit in, have the Lifestealer in the backpack ready to go for Ghost Stick, but he doesn't have that Blink yet. Yeah, he needs the Blink.
I think that they could. I don't think they really could have contested that one, to be completely honest with you. They don't have Magnetize yet. Their big team fight ultis aren't ready. They did not know, though, that Baboka did have that Blink Dagger, so they were just trying to like go for that. Maybe they may have actually caught a glimpse of the Blink Dagger with that Sunstrike that they did, but still, it was hard for them to really know that that was going to happen, for them to have that instant type of initiation, but I do think that Chappie should probably be infested for those type of situations when he tries to go.
We have a hard move in here from Empire. They were trying to catch any sort of deep farmers, but couldn't quite find their target, and they'll have to maybe settle back here. There's currently a gank going onto them here as Burning's making chase for Ghost Chick. Can Empire creep in from behind here and get something done? Deep, roll in, surprise catch, and they'll take out Aka on this one. Follow-up, Flesh Wounds. Burning still hard committed very deep here, and it's actually Empire creeping in from behind and punishing IG for being a bit over-aggressive. They wait for the second life of Burning, and they'll get that kill too. The first promising fight, it feels like, for Empire in this game, maybe even in this series.
Very nice rotation coming out from Empire. Nice bait coming out from Ghostic again. This guy just seems like the big playmaker, but yeah, just the great rotation coming in and swinging from the side. They didn't even have to commit Static Storm. They didn't have to commit Magnetize. That's I would say, quite a big mistake by IG, but also a big opportunity seized by Empire to see that was coming.
Very bloodthirsty Burning there. Going deep to try to go for the support finish. Maybe not recognize that his own support team was in trouble.
Yeah.
Now Empire back into the grind right now.
Aghanims on Invoker finished up.
OP is flirting behind the tower. They have that vision, though.
He's got Bloodstone, so he will instantly respawn if they do go for him.
They see Chappie TPing out and King R walking out, but IG not going to be able to move close enough if they're hoping to go for a chase. So probably drawing out on the map. The movement here, top lane. Looking to go for a solo kill. One side with the Epi. Miposhka turns around with his own Magnetize, gets off the grip, tries to go and get out from trouble. Will be able to make it away. No one will go down. Kaka also TP's back home to safety.
Trading ultis.
Yep.
Did you say Kaka?
I did say Kaka, didn't I? Here, IG, though, one thing doesn't stop them. That's moving for objectives.
Space by Baboka there. Throwing that Epi, forced the Magnetize out, trying to defend him, and yeah, they claim it tier 2.
Just look at the difference. Empire have not been able to even, what feels like, hit a tier 1 yet. they got some damage there.
Yeah, they did get the. I mean, they did get the whole nice opportunity bottom, but yeah, not able to claim that tier 1 is
No
very big ghosting.
No +1s.
He's got Blink Dagger online now. He is even scouting Baboka in the backlines too.
And there they make their move in.
Baboka with the instant stun though, but
Burning.
able to live.
He walks out. Laguna comes in from OP, and they're able to blast down the Slaughter. Now they're looking for Chappie. Chappie hides within the trees. 1 more second for the TP. Can he find a way out from this one? It doesn't look like it. They got him there with the telekinesis. They got him there with the finish.
It's like they knew that aggression was there entirely. Like Baboka almost like knew that he was invis. It's like this. I guess the ward actually spotted him pick it up, and he was just sitting behind Burning, expecting that. But the time of that stun, that was instant.
OP 88.9% kill participation already in this one. Is Lina
racking
really
up those bloodstone
yeah.
charges,
making up for any case that she might have to do one of those, casual worthy sacrifices to the greater gods of Burning in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, we've seen him do it time and time again, throwing bloodstone, healing his teammates for sure.
Could even see it again in this one as IG confidently pressuring through this tier 2 with really no threat.
Every time, IG with no hesitation on pressuring towers.
Now they rotate back towards the shrine here as Empire are trying to get their own tier 1 going here in the mid lane. Now the Bug Swarm and the Burrow. There goes a counterplay. Static Storm jumping commitment. Can they get the burst for Burning? Yes, they can. He'll finally go down. Empire were waiting for that one. Glimpse send back. Empire trying to make it away without too many casualties. Rotations are coming in. Ghostic gets the immediate stun on for OP, but Q also shows up, steals that crush, and uses it right back against them. They'll have to settle for a 1-for-1 trade. Still one better for Empire, finally taking Burning down.
And claiming their first tier 1.
Yep, finally.
But their map control is getting pressured quite heavily by what IG's doing. IG just systematically, very methodically pressuring the towers. They force them engagements to happen on one side. They go for the other side. It's just over and over again.
Gotta say, maybe Burning a bit more dedicated to fighting than farting.
Yeah.
Fighting and then farming on this one. Still sits a little bit low in the net worth, even behind his own XXS Abaddon.
We did mention it a bit during draft that they picked a Weaver into like Disruptor and Earth Spirit, Slaughter, heavy disables into it. He does have the shield later on in the middle of fights, but when he's alone, he's very susceptible to get bursted down if he gets caught under a Static Storm. Until he gets a BKB online or something, some kind of save from his allies, either let it be a shield, a Glimmer Cape, maybe a Force Staff once the Static Storm kinetic is done.
Yeah. Not the easiest early game here for Weaver.
But they're fine. They're okay with this. It's like it's not all in on the Weaver. Like OP is super farmed. He already has Shadow Blade. We see XXS going for that Midas into Radiance build on the Abaddon too. So he's not going to be the big damage dealer. I mean, eventually he will be, but these two are going to be dishing out a lot more in the mid game.
IG smoke up. They're hanging by the Secret Shop. Empire have one of their own as they head towards the mid lane here. Planting some wards. They head to the high ground. Jumping in with a big bomb. Can they get the finish on Baboka? Yes, they will. Now turning it back. Easy finish on QO. Both supports going to be dropped. And Burning will scoot away. Empire stringing together a couple of nice pickoffs. They pull ahead in the kill count now.
Yep. Very nice wards coming out from Empire. Just seeing those movements, being able to catch those rotations.
Now
again, they
back
might
towards the mid lane.
OP too. He's got 15 Bloodstone charges, and he's dead, and he's alive.
Immediate deny, and immediate return.
And it leaves a question mark too. That's just brutal.
Where'd I go? Did I die?
But now they're expecting a ward on the high ground there. OP's already pinging it out, and there's one on the low ground here. So we'll see if IG is able to de-ward a couple of these, because Empire's warding game is definitely what's leading them into this charge right now, this little momentum swing.
Yep.
And here we go, de-ward right away.
Burning doing his own split towards the top lane. Empire start heading up that direction, and his game sense begins tingling. And avoids the pressure getting caught off. As you alluded to, IG will take care of all those deep, pesky wards from Empire.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's actually pretty hard for Burning to really pressure out these lanes unless he sees the Slaughter. If he doesn't see the Slaughter, if he doesn't see the Earth Spirit, he will die in one of the combos. Even Disruptor may be able to go for like these type of plays on him with the Sunstrike follow-up. He's very susceptible to dying here. So I think Burning's probably just going to be chilling in the jungle for a bit, farming when the lanes are at his towers rather than being this like super aggressive farmer. They're just going to leave it up to the Abaddon and the Lina just to push the lanes out heavily.
Empire take a moment to do a little bit of buddy-buddy jungling here. Perhaps they're really set up for a smoke, not looking to kind of let up the pressure they've been able to add here. They're winning the game as it stands right now with FN sitting king and net worth at the moment.
Just got to be able to pressure some towers.
I mean, the overall, it does look like IG getting the better of it. It is slowly going back the way, and Empire still have 2 tier 1s to even claim. IG are holding on to their significant tower advantage right now for all their net worth lead. But here we go, Empire, another move, and it's on to Burning. Can they get the takedown before the time lapse? It doesn't look like it. He'll dish it off, and suddenly all that damage will be taken away. The Static Storm going to be a bit off the mark here as Kingar sweeps him from behind. They will still be able to get the takedown of Burning on this one. A follow-up takedown of Q could be there. And it looks like they may not get it. Here comes OP stepping in, gets the Laguna, and does get the support down. They will end up losing Q, a 2-for-1 trade. Chappie looking to show up right now. OP and XXS stuck between possibly the two. Now the move and crush for OP, the Sunstrike. And Epi coming in from Baboka trying to fend them off. OP fighting with every last ounce of power. Does go down, does quickly come back, but not looking to TP into this one. Another favorable trade for Empire as they'll take down 3 from IG, including the precious Burning kill.
Very good fight to them. The Static Storm a bit off the mark, but FN is doing a lot of work on this Invoker, landing all the Sunstrikes every single time, landing a nice combo there with the Tornado EMP onto Burning, so it burned some of his mana out. He wasn't able to get the time lapse off. The Meteor afterwards rolling through, cleaning him up. Just a very good fight taken by Empire, nice and scrappy. The Epicenter comes in, but Chappie right away got his rage off, so Epicenter wasn't really there. They kind of like trickled in one by one, it almost felt like, from IG, while Empire showed up as this 5-man unit, just got the big quick pick off, the big quick burst.
All led in with some good extra vision that they had over on the IG Secret Shop side. And that was quickly taken care of. Here we can see the replay. League and in almost had enough burst to get the initial finish, and that's when IG felt like they could turn it around. But little did they know.
They're not there yet. You look at the mini-map, you see 3 heroes from IG just frantically running up there to save them, but it's a 2 versus 5 right now coming out for IG, and then they commit anyway to try to go for this fight, which seemed pretty difficult. They do get the pick up on the Earth Spirit, but yeah, it's just very costly for IG the way that they, the way they were kind of approaching the fight. They really forced it. They were like, okay, we have to fight even though our Weaver's already dead.
And then by the time Empire finally show up, it's in great time because that's when OP was just getting involved into the fight, and they just cleaned up the rest of the remaining pieces there of IG. Now we can see Empire go back in, and this is what we were hoping to see more from, though. They got great fights. Now they're going to follow up with +1s. Another tower here, still standing bottom lane. They'd love to be able to push onto. It looks like they're all congregating down here to do it, too.
Yeah, they're getting this one. Death Zone now finished on Chappie. He's got Aegis online as well. Basher too.
Has Abaddon got that win yet this tournament?
I think Abaddon is. I want to say he's 0-10 still.
Yeesh.
I have not seen. I did not get to see a game that he won at least. So
obviously not saying he's the reason.
Here, an Epicenter coming out. Baboka gets it on Mikoshka. Mikoshka should be brought down here quite easily. He gets actually booted away.
Yeah, stolen kick kicks him back. They get the 1 support takedown, but was that worth it alone for the Epi? We'll see. If IG can get more, Chappie rage TP. He's gone. And Empire will step out. He soaks the gank, soaks the Epi here. Not the worst thing in the world for Empire. They take that tier 1 in the bottom lane.
Pushing him, they just wanted to push him out of the jungle. I believe they may have de-warded a ward that he was placing there too, or they put a sentry there to check if he was warding. Wasn't able to catch it during the Epicenter, but top lane, this is where FN might actually get grabbed up here. Baboka's in position with OP. They stun off the mark. FN with a quick blink dagger, though. Looks like he was blinking afar, but now he's going to get caught by the dust. He's going to be right-click down. Is it going to be enough? The tornado comes through. FN is too fast. He should be safe. OP going to get turned on here. Has to force the deny right away. Yep. He does respawn instantly, but he started to dwindle down his Bloodstone charges, and Empire still on the chase here. Yeah,
they actually had to cancel a TP in from IG. More reinforcements want to get involved. Empire are looking to take the fight.
Gem now picked up for Empire. They're really starting to try to claim their map control, and they are claiming the map control. Tier 1 bottom claimed, Tier 1 top no going to be claimed. They're the ones on the aggression.
Obviously a very scary tool for Burning. Doesn't want to get caught out from that one. Empire get the 3rd Tier 1. Pull on off. IG frantic to scrap what farm they can on the remaining parts of this map, but they are trying to find any pickoffs, but it's easy. Empire fights here whenever they can turn it.
I mean, that's what happens when you go for when you're going for these greedy like the Midas, Abaddon, and stuff. You're not really like a team fight centric thing. So it's a different way of a different play style, and it's the play style that people are absorbing now for this Abaddon. But it definitely seems like it hurts your carry a bit. You can see that Burning's feels a bit pressured. He doesn't really know where. He doesn't have the best places to farm because so many other people are farming. He's having to take a bit more risks, and he's dying a couple times for it.
don't really know if things keep going, how it gets easier for IG. It's not like they have some sort of epic high ground defense to use. I mean, yeah, I got some choke point finding with Epicenter a bit, but yeah, we're hoping to kind of already be ahead of the game.
They're really just getting outnumbered. Empire just seems to be the ones dictating the pace of the game. Like every single time it's Empire with like 3 or 4 heroes, and then IG trickles 1 or 2 or 3 like one by one. I think that the way that they can start doing is like we said the last game. Their smokes in the first game were so on point and perfect. That's probably what we need to have come out again. IG just sitting behind people, waiting for those type of aggressive plays coming out from Empire. Because even in the group stages, we see Empire does fall for some kind of those baits. They really like going for those kills and going for the aggression.
Yep. All right, Empire. After pressuring back that top lane a bit, it looks like they're going to be drawing a plan out to head back towards the mid lane and back to pressuring IG.
FN is massive. Blink Dagger, Lincoln's, Ags, Midas already with Boots of Travel, level 21. He's going to be hitting peak very early in this game.
Here he comes, down top lane here. IG looking to avoid the problems of Empire while they can.
I was wondering how he was so high level, and I was like, oh yeah, he didn't go for the double Forge Spirit build. He went for the bonus experience gain. So in the last couple engagements, since he's been surviving every single one, he's getting a massive amount of experience going his way.
Yeah, it seems very hard to burst down at this point. Here's Empire now, looking to move in for tier 2s. IG corral towards the bottom half of this map. And taking what they can from there.
Age is going to be reclaimed.
Yep. Aegis taken back to Roche. Tier 2 down. 2 more to go. All things in line here for Empire. And as you mentioned, FN just kind of king of it all right now. Here's Burning. I mean, what can he get from here? It looks like Hurricane Pike is slated up for him next.
Any type of ways to travel. He wants to delay buying the BKB as long as he possibly can in this game.
Jump in. He's not going to be able to force his way out of a kinetic field. Stagstorm kind of a combo. Jump in crush power. As we see Empire flexing it.
Yeah, IG definitely under the gun here.
You can definitely tell when IG are ahead of the game or behind just based on their play style. When they're winning, man, they don't stop taking objectives. They don't stop trying to take fights. And now it's like they don't want to even look at Empire. They just want to go somewhere, find a safe haven, have the support staff hanging nearby just in case, and just wait. Wait until the fight possibly comes their direction, maybe towards their base. But there is definitely no desperation smokes or anything like that coming out for IG right now.
It's still very hard for them to go for any type of like pick-off kills now, especially with the Lincolns finished on the Invoker. I mean, Lifesteal already having innate rage and being so tanky now from being over-leveled. They have to commit a lot to be able to bring those down.
Trying to make up for the lack of armor. We could see the Abaddon there. Looking to finish out the AC, but here's Empire. Back down and below where IG were just hanging out. And they'll be forced right back home. Empire smoke within the trees. Doesn't look like it was spotted at all.
Trying to get a wraparound maybe behind the tier 2, but IG also going for a smoke of their own. XXS just running into the front lines.
Okay. They head up and over around the safety of their ward. Empire just on the other side. Smokes are popped. Commitment in from Aboka, and they're able to burst him down. The Sand King going to be taking out this one right away. Now they possibly look to Q. He pops his ghost. Avoids further right click. Empire, man, careful with their positioning. Not looking to overcommit.
Yeah, that ward by Empire just catching a slight glimpse of the Sand King right away. Ghostic able to capitalize on that.
And a good spot, too, to pop that smoke. That tier 2's done for. Empire just one more away from being able to begin pressuring into high ground.
Yeah, it was great positioning from Ghostic. Like, he saw the Abaddon coming in from the fight and from the front, so he's like, all right, IG is trying to defend this tower. So he goes and he stands in a great position just to be able to set up for that. So again, Ghostic, though, like we said in the last game too, Ghostic's been like very on top of the positioning that he needs to be in this game. He knows his job.
All right, Empire pull off here with the advantage they have. Is it a matter of just maybe stalling out for the Roche, getting the comfort of that extra life before kind of taking things on forward?
Just get a couple more items. I mean, they definitely can feel that commanding presence that they have right now. Finishing up the last few items, wait for the Roche, and then probably go for that last tier 2 in high ground siege.
You get some wards down near that pit though.
Yeah, they're going to be getting like pretty much all their items at a very identical time. But yeah, they should definitely get vision around the pit quite soon.
Yeah, the first creep was sent in from Empire, kind of giving maybe IG the idea that Empire are considering it. And Baboka, his own little extra vision here.
Trying to get any vision down versus this gem. Empire is just dewarding everything. IG is just trying to get temporary vision just to see the next rotations coming out so they don't get caught again like that.
Batten got his AC now finished. It's a big, nice pickup, especially versus all that minus armor. Gives him a bit more of a presence in these fights on top of the Radiance. It's really turning into quite the utility steed. And it looks to go for an Octane Core next, but
Empire seems fine with this, though. They don't really seem to be feeling under the gun by any means in this game right now. They're picking up all the items that they want. BKB finished up on the Slardar just now. FN about to have that Octarine, and he's almost level 25. I mean, Invoker in team fights is a absolute menace when you're only playing versus really sanking as the other enemy team's team fight. Sure, Abaddon and Lina contribute a decent amount, but when they're at this much of a detriment, it definitely makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, you can feel Empire putting themselves in a position where there's really no chance they can really drop this fight. Now with the extra life, going into the pocket of FN. And the cheese.
They're trying to get a pick off.
Can they get a grab? Oh, moving Boulder Smash for Burning. They also get the silence on the Abaddon. And that's going to be Burning trying to force out. But they will catch him with a beautiful glimpse send back. And he's out without a buyback. Nearly a minute. Looking for the follow-up here. They catch with a Tornado Ice Wall combo. Borrow time. Going to be committed from XXS. As he tries to dish out the shield. They'll give him all of his life back, but then look to go for the finish. Now OP steps in with a BKB. Looking to go for the burst. We'll get it onto the Aegis here as they wait for his second coming, his second life. Can IG? No. Do anything about it. He'll be able to blink away, and Empire will just take the burning pick off.
Not too bad for IG. Claim the Aegis at least for that. I mean, the problem is that Burning is stagnating in farm. He's not really able to become a damage-dealing core. It's pretty much only relying on the Lina for their damage now.
Should be the last tower here for Empire on the outside of the base. And then it's a matter of if they feel comfortable enough moving in with the farm advantage they got, or if they're going to be hoping for maybe a pick off first. It looks like they'll take the tier 2 and just straight up back away.
Empire backing up, just resetting.
Yeah, IG will move out, and it looks like they'll be rewarded with a little bit more time to farm up here, but Empire know they're just a match point away from being sent back into the lower bracket. They're not looking to do so, so they'll play this one as safe as necessary with the advantage they got to make sure they don't hand anything back the way of IG. IG the kind of team that are really never say die.
Starting to feel a little bit desperate for them now. We do see a smoke coming out for IG. Looks like they're trying to get a kill of their own. This is great because this is they finally are grouping up rather than trickling in one by one as we've been mentioning over and over again. Burning, though, is isolated and left alone bottom.
Being pinged out here. Empire begin their route that direction, but IG, the rest of their team, actually head all the way up north. Maybe awaiting for a rotation from Empire to kind of punish on, or whether they're here to get some wards down deep. If they're hoping for a desperation turnaround fight, it doesn't look like that's going to be one rewarded to them. And eventually they'll have to double back and kind of deal with the pressure coming their way towards the bottom lane.
Looks like it was like a warding expedition for the most part, but they were definitely trying to get something along that. And since they've seen absolutely nothing, they throw a scan down bottom. It doesn't actually catch anybody, but they do see a couple heroes farming the creep wave.
All right. Empire hanging with the top lane pressure for now. Empire feeling good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of ways for IG to really take the fights, but it's really hard when they don't have, like, the Sand King is their initiator, right? He wants to blink and burrow, and that's the way he wants to start the fight. But Invoker already has Lincolns, and then you're going to get the counter initiation from Empire is just far superior compared to what IG currently has at this time.
No, definitely.
They're not able to really get to the back lines either. With the Slardar, with Empire dictating the pace of the game, and with the Slardar Lifestealer always being the ones to just start the fights, it's like the fight is started, and then you have this kind of this wall in front of you with this. I mean, now it's a BKB Slardar it's going to be, with the Lifestealer too, with Invoker spells all flying out. This Earth Spirit and Disrupt in the back lines are just like, hey guys, what's up? I can do whatever the hell I want. I can throw all my spells in this perfect type of manner. So it makes it a lot easier for Miposhka and for King R in this game.
For IG, it's not a matter of just waiting for certain items to come online, really. It's kind of past that point now. And they're just hoping for missteps and misplays here from Empire. Hard roll in. Oh, quick boulder smash will be able to cancel out the TP. Captain Q has been caught.
Absolute last second he could catch him there. It sounded like .1. I actually heard the TP kind of finish, and he got stunned during it. So
feels bad, man, for Q, and now it's going to be another kill in the pocket for FM, making him godlike already in this game. Rotations, though, from IG nearby. Miposhka looks like narrowly avoids the trouble. Burning bottom, caught with a crush bomb and a sunstrike.
Whoa. This is starting to become
the morale.
Very troubling for IG. The morale must be crumbling a lot, but I saw Burning's just not able to get his farm on. He's not able to get that recovery period. Empire, just every time he shows on the map, they just start beelining it toward him.
Super credit for Empire, man. That game 1 was not close, and for them to be able to shake off the game 1 performance and draft and be able to come back and put themselves in this kind of position, it's got to feel pretty damn nice. And here looking to maybe pressure into a Burning buyback situation. IG fend off the push. Empire stepping back, man, just kind of playing the farm game still, knowing they're winning it.
Got to play as safe as possible in these games. Breaking high ground is always, I mean, with the new shrines, I mean, new I say, but with the shrines that were introduced and everything, it does make breaking high ground a lot more difficult. You don't want to risk, I mean, especially being sent down after this type of battle that they've done.
We'll be seeing a wait for the next Roche here if you're Empire, but they will first step back and kind of get the pressure of these lanes still. Gotta be careful bottom lane there, Miposhka. All of IG kind of heading that direction, but looks like he'll be fine to pull off for now.
IG just got fear in their hearts right now.
Yeah.
Gem now picked up for Baboka. They got to try to clear out some of this vision. Empire just always seems to know where they are, where they're rotating in, always able to find those type of, you know, 1-by-1 situations that happen. It's like they always know where IG's segregated.
They will be able to make their sweep through their jungle and take out all extra wards there, but it's Empire pressuring the top and probably mid lanes next to free up that space near the Roche pit. And IG have the option at that point. With the shrine still available to them in the neighborhood, maybe, you know, they can try to go for a counterplay, but it is not going to be easy here. With already all the tools listed for Empire, they just significantly have the stronger team fight, but IG resilient to kind of defend out the lanes as it stands for now until Empire make their mark.
Yep, just keep trying to spam them out, but Empire they're stalling a bit right now. They don't really need to like force anything right now. They're just waiting for the Roche, wait for the next Aegis cheese, and then make their move.
Was that a ward?
Like, what?
Mildly
We definitely
spotted
saw it.
one, yeah. Okay, they'll finally get rid of it. And little do they know there's another IG ward just behind him, up on the high ground.
Yep, should be taken out quite soon though.
All right, well, as we take a moment to compare and look at the difference, you know, from game 1 to game 2, you know, Baboka felt pretty confident on a proactive here in the Sand King, though, obviously, and you were saying at the start, hard finding a home for you in the laning phase a bit. Had a great time for his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, and his first showing of the Blink Dagger was great, too.
But after that point, things just really seemed to slow down for IG, or maybe things got a bit out of control for Empire, I guess you could say.
Empire just with some very good smokes, able to just seize the opportunity, always finding somebody alone, and IG playing reactionary Dota.
Scan out here, it looks like, from Empire towards that mid lane. Maybe to see if it was a smoke movement from IG, but IG not there. IG actually already prepping up near that shrine up and above. And trying to ward out the area to see when Empire could consider moving in and getting it. FN way out in front. It's all precautious measures here from Empire, having support staff nearby.
Well, Burning does have the BKB now, so that is the little bit of a saving grace for him that he can actually, you know, survive a combo if he's able to get it off pre-crush, but the situation still can happen. If he gets hit by Slaughter Crush into Lifestealer with a Sunstrike on top, he will still get bursted down. As long as
even a Blink Dagger from Earth Spirit, a quick Boulder Smash could happen fast enough to stop a BKB too. It's a lot to look out for still if you're Burning, but
it's a lot on XSS's position too. If he can get a shield off to be able to negate that and be able to counter-initiate the fight in a way, it can be good, but
here Empire get back to the top lane, get back pushing forward. Roche is just about up here. And it could be the final life here for IG. If something doesn't change within that next Roche fight in Aegis, we could be looking at a game 3 here for IG.
yeah. XXS approaching that level 25 margin. Baboka actually able to find a pickoff here onto Miposhka.
Cute little grab there for IG. Feel like it'd been quite a while since they've been able to get one of those.
This is a small kill.
Small kill on the support. Yeah. With Empire having the net worth advantage overall, you know, it does give him almost a 1K gold swing, but yeah, not the worst thing in the world for Empire.
Just some good experience. Abaddon, yeah, almost hitting the level 25 mark. So we know his, you know, his shield gets to be a pretty ridiculous margin with Octarine. It is 500. You can have almost 4 or 5 shields out at the same time.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, we still have not been seeing him win. We do see King R committing the Disruptor ultimate, OP. Yeah. Looking to get an engagement, but on the sideline, Burning just gets caught by a crush, gets bursted down instantly.
Oh man, OP may have been able to get the kill here, but Empire got the sweeter, juicier target and they're looking for more. Ghostic is eating lots of right clicks though. Needs to head out the other direction while looking to engage. It's going to be Chappy. They are going to get that grab on the Ghostic here. Can IG make this one worth? Empire head to the high ground for a better positioning. Lay down the ghost wall. They're going to pop the shrine. OP looking to stay alive, but Boka moving in with the epicenter, but Chappy eats the cheese. Keeps himself alive, and now they set it up. Boulder smash, magnetized. Grip coming out now, all for Miposhka here. And IG need to consider splitting, but they're going to get the finishes. Abaddon goes down. IG lose Q next. And now a hard look for Baboka and a tornado from downtown. We'll get the connection. A full 5-man wipe does come out from Empire here.
There's just a ton of control coming out for Empire. Even though the Disruptor ulti was missed, I mean, Lifestealer and Invoker are just way too potent at the moment. The Abaddon, sure, his Radiance does some damage and stuff all around him, but Weaver just gets killed instantly before the fight even starts, and then it's OP versus the world, because XXS just kind of stands there and doesn't really able to do too much.
Move in, Tornado EMP trying to force OP back. Empire move in. They claim their racks, and they say we're looking to go to a game number 3. We are not the underdogs here. Burning, though, finds a scrappy little support pick. OP will take that one and take the extra charge. While FN, in
a bit of an awkward spot. He's got
out in a corner. He's got to pop his BAKB. This is your high net worth.
Tornado off the mark too. Should be just fine.
Does connect onto Burning, but jumping from Baboka. IG, could they overextend here? Re-engagement from Ghostic. Nice crush, nice finish. Sanking out. Empire wants to get IG off their back so they can move into this Roche and take the Aegis, and it looks like they will be able to do so.
And they just lack damage for IG. They can't really take the fights properly. It's always Empire leading the way.
IG drafting themselves into a position that they were hoping to kind of have the leverage much earlier on, but it had been Empire in total control. And now with the extra life and the eventual return of the Air 5, we could see IG put in a position where they're going to have to dish out all they can for a high ground defense. Already losing their first racks there in the top lane. The pressure will begin.
FN Refresher Orb finished up now too, so he is, it's like 7 slotted with bots too.
10-1-8. Great showing by him. And now putting those bots too to the mid lane. Empire will claim out the remaining shrine and take the objective at hand. It's time to secure a game 3 if you're Empire. And we got to see what IG can do to try to hold on to game 2.
And now they're just forcing in the side lanes, waiting to get that opportunity to push toward the high ground. They've got every tool that they possibly need to be able to do it. Baboka trying to force the lanes out. Same thing with XXS, but Empire seems content with just going for this bottom one. Ghostic now infested up.
And taking the moment to head back here, but bottom lane seems to be the target. IG. What kind of positioning can they put themselves into here to try to hold it? Like I said, respectable team fight, a good placed epi. Catching Empire, maybe overextending for a push. They do have some vision here in the bottom lane to see Empire creeping in.
It's going to be quite a tough defense coming out for IG. Abaddon in the front lines. Chappie actually does get the stun to lead up on him, but
move in, crush, gone. Stagstorm not going to allow the borrowed time to come out. They do have a buyback on that Abaddon. They're going to have to dish it out. Burning does get scooted to the shrine to stay alive as Empire try to step out from inside. FN, woo, barely able to live. That man does not have an Aegis. He just made it out in the back end of that Ghost Walk.
The item adjustment from OP, he's like, I'm the only one really dishing damage in these fights and sitting in the back line, so I need to get a crit. And we did see the Ag Static Storm coming out into favor there from King R.
All right, what do you think about that hold for IG? Empire not going to be able to kind of get too much damage done. The tier 3 still standing pretty strong.
Very impressive hold.
Yeah. It cost him the one buyback, but as you mentioned, Lina kind of turning himself into a bit of a fighter could be proven to be a little bit troublesome here for Empire. Got to go for closure, though.
Yeah, it's still insanely tough. Like, Burning is just not able to really do a whole lot in his fights, and it's not even it's not his fault. It's the hero versus like the Slardar versus the Disruptor being at when you're from behind makes it so much more difficult to play the Weaver.
Empire, though, looking to get back in it. Towards the mid lane they go. IG waiting inside with the exception of Baboka trying to push out that top lane. They are getting ready for another party. OP doing everything he can to fend things off. But Empire made the shift rotation here and looks like they spotted out a sentry.
XXS. Looks like they're trying to go the initiation for him. They see him, they're pinging him out.
Burner creeping over, but Empire pull off. They'll quickly take out the ward here. The Empire trying to find a cheeky way to get inside.
Ghostic's looking for the opportunities.
Yeah. Coming around all the way. Eventually, Chappie says, I'll just go in and look to go for the siege while I still have my Aegis. OP lays it into him. And it's hard, you know. The melee core life of sieging from the low ground ain't easy.
The stolen Corrosive Haze is just a pain right now. He keeps throwing it onto Chappie, and that's when the Lina actually is able to chunk him down a bit.
Yeah. And IG kind of acting as high ground kings here for now. Forcing Empire to really kind of sweat this one out.
Still, very hard hold.
Yeah.
Abaddon needs to be now sitting in the back lines, which is like very awkward for him. He's like, I can't step up. If I just step up, I'm gonna get a static storm, then I can't ult.
OP moves in. That's when they make the jump crush. A stack storm should be there. Invoker combo. They'll blast down OP and Q. Both have a buyback good to go. They'll be able to get the finish. Get in the tier 3. Burning gonna get forced back. Empire sees the buybacks. They try to run away. There's a good stun Epi, but not enough follow-up damage yet. Chappie looks to step in. Empire looking to go for closure. Good Laguna burst finish off. Will get the Slardar done, but Empire still hold on to the prize cores, getting out the damage. Look at IG though, stepping out from the front door, looking to take it to Chappie. Can they get the finish? They can. That's going to be just the Aegis. FN from the high ground, going to get pinged out. IG looking to chase in. They pop out the Lincolns. Burning, looking to move forward. They'll be able to get the FN Invoker down. It's a double kill for Burning. Only a tier 3 dropped as Chappie tried to go in, going for the racks. Will finally TP away. I don't think you're satisfied with that if you're Empire. Not at all.
How many buybacks was that? One, only 2. Wow. Pretty impressive for IG there. The top range racks does get claimed, but very good fight coming out with them there. Empire maybe overstaying their bounds just a slight amount, but the buybacks came out. They tried to get out, but Baboka with a great epicenter coming through.
Trying to hold them in, and Empire had to make a split decision at that point. FN runs back, Chappie runs forward. IG not deterred from the chase for FN. We'll be able to get it and claim a good chunk of net worth away from that. And it was Burning who claimed up both those kills too. And for first time in quite a while, it's actually IG back the other direction.
Man,
can that guy hit towers fast? Man, OP.
You have Troll and Centaur ulti. That was a joke that people were saying. You have Troll ult and Centaur ult permanently as Lina when you hit level 25, if you have enough mana regen.
Look at her go. Like a turret, a fire turret. They move in, they try to bomb her down, but only loses a quarter of her life for that
Empire,
initiation.
Definitely a little reluctant to full commit when the Invoker's still down.
Empire, good force back, gets Burning in a safer space. That tier 3 though is gone, and it's OP being the demo man. Now looking to go in onto the racks. Now they're going to commit. There's going to be the static storm. Good bash, good lock. Ghost following up, gets a good crush, and OP will be forced out of this one. Nice glimpse grab. It's going to be on XXS. It'll take a little bit of trouble to bring him down, but it looks like ultimately they will be able to get it.
Static Storm just doing so much work in these fights.
Yeah.
As soon as it gets whoever gets the Static Storm thrown on top of them, just they're dead. There's no way for them to save them at all. Every single time, whoever gets caught by it, either be it burning, be it OP, be it even the Abaddon, anyone just gets absolutely decimated by it.
And then the cooldown's not even that long either. The way it's going, Empire pretty much had it ready for every important fight. And with now a push down the mid lane here.
It's so hard for IG to like take the fights because they have only, their form of initiation is either the lifesteal like walks into a stun or the Sankey gets a beautiful thing. You look at Empire's lineup, they have Tornadoes coming out, they have Earth Spirit, they have Slaughter, Disruptor. There's just so many different forms for them to start the fights.
Moving Crush hit, they're looking to get Burning out fast, or at least his first life. He does go down, and he does pull out the buyback. A buyback time lapse to get right into the mix, trying to catch Empire off guard a bit. Empire see those buybacks, and they step off a bit. Now they look to go back in. Force out for Baboka. Lincoln's pop for FN. Empire throw out some shots. They'll get the racks down. Are they going to walk away with just that? Does look like it. Satisfied with that? I mean, IG had to dish out another buyback. They have to use another shrine. Empire take their business to the mid lane here.
Abaddon's still dead. They've got 50 seconds. This is their time to end the game. Let's go for those mega creeps.
Numbers move in. Nice force from Burning. Dodges the crush. Now they're looking to punish Ghostik for it. FN steps in, puts all of his attention towards OP. But now Static Storm is going to be there.
On to Burning. He can't get his BKB out.
And they turn around. He is down and out. No buyback here. This is the opportunity for Empire to go for the finish and take this into a game number 3 as Chappie turns around and will be able to get the finish. And that's going to be game. Empire, even after what felt like a pretty devastating game number 1, hold their composure for game number 2, get themselves a much better, more comfortable draft, and take it right back to IG. And now we're going to a game 3.
This is what we all were talking about, OG newbie, super hype. This is just